Just a short one to wrap up the week that's just gone by. I've got an appointment with the doctor on Tuesday, and we're going to do a blood test. Going to figure out what my blood sugar is like, which should be almost nothing. But most importantly, we're going to be assessing my cholesterol levels. I've been on a low carb, high fat diet, and although I've been talking to people about how cholesterol is something your body only struggles to handle when you're throwing other crap in there, like more carbs, it's not cholesterol itself that damages your blood vessels, but it's all the enzymes that your body throws out to deal with too many different nutrients at the same time that actually causes them to be clogged. Or so I have heard. Don't know. I don't actually know how true that is, but I'm noticing that nothing really horrible has been happening to me as a result of doing keto, other than the few times when I lapse a little bit on it. My weight has gone back down now that I've gotten fully back on track with it before quitting it in about a week's time once I run out of oat fiber and almond flour and whatnot. Um, at which point I'll just be counting calories again, as I've said. But the main reason I'm getting my cholesterol tested is in my father's side of the family, there's a prevalent history of heart disease. My grandfather, who I met like once as a child, can't even remember his face or his voice, don't remember even what he looks like, had his first heart attack sometime in his 60s and then had a second one when I was 74, I think, and passed away from it. My father had his first heart attack at 47. The difference being, my father smoked. I don't. But as you can usually tell for looking at me, I'm not exactly someone who looked after my body much in the last several years. And so my mother was insisting I get that tested based on that, because while weight is not a genetic thing, susceptibility to heart failure kind of is. And so I'm going to be getting that checked out. What I'm hoping to see actually is that my blood results will show that my blood is not exactly in terrible condition. I know that a certain TMI situation that could have been causing me to retain weight in a really, really gross way could have occurred due to me not quite eating enough vegetables. On my work schedule, I have a hard time incorporating vegetables into my food. I made another of those almond flour pizzas the other day, and actually finally started putting like mushroom and red onion and stuff on it, like just some vegetables on it that was like low enough in carbs that I didn't mind including them on the pizza and little things like that. I've always got broccoli and tomatoes in the fridge, thinking, well, I'm gonna have that with steak. Well, I seem to only have steak like once every like 10 days or so, because as much as I enjoy it, it's kind of expensive. So we'll see. I am, as I say, going to be filming the results of this blood test if the staff at the doctor's office will let me. If they won't let me, that is fine. I'll just take some photographs and eventually talk about it. But another thing I wanted to show, just in terms of having something to show for progress, if we take a look at this is the t-shirt I normally weigh in. It is like a dress now. In fact, if I just take a moment to... So, as you can see, this t-shirt like basically comes down to my knees now. It is like a dress. This used to just be a t-shirt that fit me, and now it's too freaking large. Look at that. I'm able to like do this with it. This is crazy. Feels pretty good. So yeah, I just pretty much use this as pajamas now. That's all I really can use it for. It's not exactly something I can go out wearing. It just sticks out of all my jackets, sticks out of all my hoodies and sweaters and so on. Yeah, just yet more clothes that are now way too large for me. Like I would think this thing would shrink a few times in the wash and the difference wouldn't be so pronounced, but here we are. So there's a non-zero chance the doctor's actually going to say, don't go back on keto at the end of January. And if that's the case, then, well, it's going to be time for me to start taking my cardio more seriously again. But those little hamstring problems I was having have gone away thanks to the physiotherapy I was doing. But I have been having a problem in my right thigh that I will now mitigate by going to physiotherapy. because it's always freaking something with me. Um, these constant injuries are why I regain weight. Um, but I do have at least one more appointment I can cash in with the physiotherapist that still only expires in about 11 days. So obviously, I'm going to be giving him a call tomorrow morning and saying, yo, need to see you again. Got another can't run problem. Um, I'm still doing 10,000 steps almost every day. This thing has been an absolute lifesaver in terms of just helping me track whether I'm doing exercise. Sometimes certain things that clearly are not a step do get read as one. Like just I wave my arms around a lot when I talk, and sometimes it tends to misread that a little bit. There was something in a meeting at work that caused me to have an anxiety spike that it read as cardiovascular exercise. So it's not completely reliable, but it is helping me track the fact that I'm moving around more than I was a couple of years ago. So that's helping. On that note, yeah, yet another talking head video. I know, super exciting, but again, sometimes that's all. Sometimes there's just not much to show you, just plenty to tell. And so I will see you through the week, especially after I've had that blood test.